Okay, this video is going to be talking about the command on the buyprofitsl as well as the sellprofitsl command. This functionality is mainly for people that like to uh, take profits at a certain level, take portions of the profits at a certain level, and readjusting their stop loss to break even, things of that nature. So let me give you some ideas of how to implement that in the actual market. But let's actually look over the actual website as well as the manual, so you can get some insights about it. Again, the buy profit as sell profit as sell is basing by the hit of a distance. So if it's hitting 40 points, what happens? It replaces once it hits X amount of points, taking X amount of profits, and then reestablishing a stop loss at a certain level. Okay, a distance, whatever figure or number that we display here. So once this is met, then it'll meet this. And mainly what the magic stick is doing is it has an order of what you're commanding it to do. So once this is hit or these parameters are met, then it's going to meet this parameter and it's going to do this. And so obviously the buy profit SL command is looking for buy positions, strategies, and then the sell profit SL is going to be looking for sell strategies. Again, if you want to go into more depth of the actual manual area, pulling up the manual in the buy profit SL, again, distance hit, meaning the distance as the pip amount or unit amount. So if we place 10, so 10 points above the actual target point that, or the place that we draw the line, the distance of the SL, so wherever it hits, it'll be below X amount of points. So if we put 30 here, and we can actually look at this an example here, define new SL for the long order at 30 units, which is this 30 is where it's coming from, below the trend line when the market hits the price at 10 pips below the trend line. Okay, so let's actually look at a market condition where that would be implemented. Is, let's say we enter the trade right here, and we had reasons to take some profits because we saw it was resistance here. We were hesitant that it wasn't going to go up that much further here, and we use the command, in this case scenario, buy profit SL, and using the parameters 10, 50. Okay, now what the 10 represents is it's going to be 10 points below here. Okay, once it hits it, once price action hits it, then the 50 pips below where it hit is where the new stop loss will be established. Okay, so people that like to use the, let's say that your entry point's down here, and you like to use this methodology or type of trading style, you can use the 50 as your stop loss to be readjusted to break even or whatever your entry point was at. That's what the 50 represent, is where you want to readjust your stop loss at, or what pip amount from the line that you use this command on. Okay, now the sell would be the exact opposite. So for instance, if we're in a sell position based on a sell start command and the break of this trend line here, and we were selling this pair off, okay, and we're in a trade already, we're up a few points, then what we would look for in this case scenario is if I were to place this specific command here, okay, sell profit SL 1040. Okay, make sure there's a space between those. Okay, so in this case scenario, what I'm looking for is 10 points. It's going to hit, if I was in a trade right here, 10 points to hit this line, before this line, and then 40 points would be my readjusted stop loss. Maybe my stop loss was up here. Once this parameter or this support resistance line, or the line that has a command on it, is met and touched, then it's going to be readjusting my stop loss 40 points behind the actual hit point. Okay, again, this is for more of those people that like to use the break-even methodology. Some traders like to say, at this point I would like to break even and my stop loss to be at +1, and giving me a risk-free trade and then letting the trade ride. Okay, that's kind of the methodology of what this command can benefit some traders. Again, this is something that you want to test. Make sure that you are testing it so you know that it's being displayed onto your platform here on the left hand side where the commands are being displayed. Make sure you're installing it correctly. Any errors, make sure if there's any technical type of scenarios, you can refer to the FAQ section as well as the manual, and there's ways to look at the logs as well as really just simple things that you may, once you have these settings and understand the commands and you're implementing the commands correctly, they'll make more sense to you. But just think of the actual command as more of a triggering type of scenario. Make sure you're spelling it correctly. It's just that sensitive in that fashion that it's going to do exactly what you command it to do. So once you master that kind of mentality, and again, this is just a mix of manual trading and some of the automated feature of what technology gives us. And the idea is to really still take accountable of every single trade or line that you draw, but at the same time understanding that you test it, they see how it works, and you can get more confident in using the actual lines. Again, you may not use all these commands, but some trading styles you may like to use it. Some people want to just keep with the basics, but this is more of a complicating type of command. Again, if you look at the manual, you're talking about percentages, this and that. Just get good at one command first. Practice it, build yourself up, and you can keep things simple. This command may be a command that you may never use, but like I said, there are certain traders that like this command, and this is the way they like to trade. Is they like to have a trading mentality where they hit a certain point and then they want to have the trade be risk-free. So that is kind of what this command is meant for. And the sellprofitsl as well as the buyprofitsl, looking for buy positions and breaking even with your trades. And these are the ways you could use it in this kind of methodology.